Hey, parents and teachers, I hope you are well, safe, happy, and healthy, and navigating this time as gracefully as humanly possible given your circumstances. My name is Seth Perler. I'm an executive function coach based in Colorado, and I help struggling students navigate this thing called education so that they can have a great life. And during this time of school closures, I want to support you. And one of the biggest problems, in fact, probably the biggest problem that I think you will all be facing during this time is related to the concept of opportunity cost. Let me restate that. I want to start this video by telling you that I believe that the biggest problem that you are going to have during this time has everything to do with what's called opportunity cost. Here's what I mean. We don't know if this is going to be weeks or months, but in each of your child's lives, every child we are working with, we want them to have a good future. In order for them to have a good future, we educate them. What does that mean? That means that we empower them with the tools and the skills and the knowledge and the things that they are going to need in order to be able to create a fantastic future. For kids who struggle with executive function, they are at risk of not being able to execute. So in other words, they struggle with things like time management, homework, grades, getting things in, getting things done, self-starting. They struggle with doing school. So these kids, if they don't figure out how to execute well enough, if they don't figure out enough organizational and time management and prioritization and these sorts of executive function skills well enough, the risk is that it will impact their future and they will not be able to accomplish or achieve the goals that do matter to them. The risk is that they will not be able to build a purposeful life, relationships, career, and things like that if they don't have the skills to do things that need to be done when they don't feel like doing it, when they resist, when they don't want to take action, when they don't feel like executing, when it's a non-preferred activity. I know I'm speaking quickly. I apologize for that, but this is an overview video. I am going to be creating content for you, parents and teachers, right here on this page with PDFs occasionally, and tell me what you need and what you want, but I will be addressing topics that I think should be addressed during this time so that you can take advantage of the opportunity cost, so that you can take advantage of the opportunities that are there, so that kids are investing in their own lives. If you like what I'm doing, please share this with families, with parents, with teachers. Please share it on Facebook, share it anywhere and everywhere where you think it might be helpful to other people. If you are watching this on YouTube, please give it thumbs ups, likes, comments, and stuff like that so it helps my message grow and get out there to more people. And do that anytime you can. I always appreciate it. And please subscribe on my website. I send out a weekly vlog every single week to be of service to families who are struggling with executive function stuff. So what I said was that opportunity cost, I think, is the biggest problem here, is that we have this opportunity where kids could be investing in their education and their life, but if they do, there's a cost. Anytime we do one thing, we're not doing another thing. So if I want to invest my money in my retirement, I can keep investing my retirement. If I invest my money into $300 dinners every night instead of my retirement, then I'm not going to see any benefit from that investment. And that is what education is like. I want them to invest. I want my students to invest in the things that they're going to need in life. They're going to need to know how to navigate social relationships, problem solving, and working with people and communicating with people and looking them in the eye and listening to people and having healthy relating with people. They're going to need to know how to read well and critically and think critically and be able to write and communicate and be able to do math and be able to create and do art and be creative and think outside the box. They're going to need to do that. They're going to need executive function skills where they can execute, they can plan, they can organize, they can accomplish their goals and their dreams and the things that matter to them, even when there are aspects of their dreams and their goals that they have to do that they don't feel like doing. They will know how to work with that and move through it so that they can accomplish it even when it's not fun. They will know how to regulate emotion and work with difficult emotions and good emotions. So all of these sorts of things, I want our students to know how to do. So anyhow, I am building this site. Please share it. I will be addressing these issues here because we want to be able to give kids help. Now, one last topic. With opportunity costs, my biggest fear related to that is that this is a free-for-all, and child thinks that they're on break and that they don't have any responsibilities or any schoolwork. While I want kids to have as much fun and freedom and flexibility in life as possible, if this is a free-for-all and you start right now, and let's say that we don't have school for weeks or worst case many months, worst case scenario, what structure is in place for how they use their time? If this is a free-for-all, let me tell you, parents, reeling it back in later and trying to create structure after everything has gone all over the place is going to be very difficult. So we want to start with some bit of structure now, and I want to walk you through how to create some real structure in this time. Now, the number one problem you are going to experience with your child, if your child struggles with executive function, most likely, the number one problem you're going to experience is their own resistance. They have excuses. They know how to push your buttons. They know anything and everything that they can do to not take action, even though it's in their own best interest. They don't have good future thinking. They don't understand that this is investing in their future, at least not on sort of a really deep level. They may know that it matters, but that doesn't mean that that matters enough to them to be able to take the action that needs to be taken. So that's something that we're going to contend with, is how do we help a child who's resistant to doing what needs to be done so that they can be investing in their own future and their own ability to have great relationships, great career, great finances, great possibilities for doing work that matters to them, for contributing, for serving, for giving back to the world with who they're meant to be. How do we help this resistant child move through that resistance to take positive action in the best possible ways? How do we do that? So that I'll be helping with that as well. Anyhow, please share my work. I hope you are safe, healthy, and that we can move through this time as gracefully as possible. Take care.